everybody. Today we're going to stretch our legs and also flatten our back. And this is just a wonderful, wonderful short sequence for kind of widening the back body and therefore relaxing and opening the front body. As we age, you know, our side body moves in. So anything we can do to tease the body, the back body flatter, is very comforting, both for the interior energy and for just the physical body, because it releases, you know, when you curve in, you're putting pressure on the heart and on the organs, and when you open and widen, you allow everything to be full. So it's a practice, okay? So we're going to start on the floor. We're going to stay on the floor. And again today, what I'll do is demonstrate on the floor, and afterwards show how people who are sitting in a chair can practice the same poses. Okay, so have a belt, have some blocks. I brought this prop here. If you have a short stool, it may be interesting. I'll show you how to use it, or you can even use the seat of a chair. So let's get started, okay? So let's just start on your back and flatten the back body. So you can wiggle from side to side a bit. This will feel good. You're inviting all these little muscles and fascia and bones to let go of their grip. Particularly now during the pandemic, we spend so much time sitting, okay? So we're inviting the lower back to just widen. And squeeze the shoulder blades a little and invite the backs of the shoulders to move down, okay? Now, this first windshield wiper, you'll see, is just the shins going back and forth, okay? And this windshield wiper, open the legs a little wider and drop the right knee towards the left foot. You get a bigger stretch on the side body. So let's do that. We'll do that a few times on each side, okay? And then drop the left knee towards the right arch of the foot, and repeat. Okay. And then come back on your back, get your block. I'm going to ask you to try this without a block, but have the block in case you choose to have it. So we're going to move the heels as close to the buttocks as possible, and then hold the sides of the mat, okay, close to the feet, and then turn the elbow cracks up, okay? We're going to inhale, exhale, lift. Push the knees back towards the shoulders, okay? If I push the knees away, you see the knees are way over the ankles. Push the knees back this way. Come down and come up. Push the knees back. Now, the next time you come up, you can use the block, put it underneath here, high or lower, or I'm suggesting that you use your hands and put the heel of your hand on your waist and the fingers pointing towards the back of your knee, okay? So what I did was put the heel of my fingers pointing this way, put the heel of the hand in the waistline, and point the fingers towards the back of the leg. And push down on the feet. A lot of work for the legs. Okay, a lot of work for the legs. Lift the heart, Press down the elbows, press down the backs of the shoulders. You don't have all the weight in your hands. More of the weight is in your feet and the backs of the shoulders. Alternately, put the block underneath your hips. And then come on down. Bring the knees in. Roll from side to side. Okay. We won't be using the block. Well, some of you may be using the blocks. So you can put the blocks at the bottom, just in case. I'll show you how you could use them. And we're going to bring the right knee into the chest. Wrap the belt around the right metatarsal and lift the legs straight up. Okay? So what this is hip flexion without back flexion. If you need to bend your knee or you have to hold your knee out, we want a flat back and a straight leg and a wide back. So the back taking up as much real estate as possible on that mat. Notice my elbows are straight to relax the shoulders. Now, you notice my left knee is bent. Some people might enjoy the heel of the left foot on a block. Or you don't have to move. The heel up on a higher stool or chair. Or you could put the left leg flat on your mat. Okay? Most important, flat back, wide shoulders, wide hips. Set the femur bone in the hip socket, suck it in, and push the metatarsal up. So if you have really tight hamstrings, this might be the most comfortable option. Then we're going to take your right hand and hold the belt in the right hand. Okay, elbow is straight, but shoulder is as down as flat as it can be, sucking the hip, the femur bone into the hip socket, dropping the leg to the right. Now, you have to put a lot of brain into the left front hip. You can even use your hand and push it down because it's not a rollover pose. It's a stay flat pose. Okay? You can even pull that right foot up a little bit. So again, with the bent knee is the best option if your hamstrings are tight. And then come back up. And we have 3 hamstrings. So this is one, this is the inside hamstring, and then the stretch for the 3rd hamstring. We're going to reach up with our left hand and grab the belt, okay? And then cross over. This way, this is a roll. Okay, cross over. The foot doesn't have to go the whole way down. You could put the foot on a block. And pull the leg up so that you feel, for most people this is uncomfortable. This is an uncomfortable hamstring. And then come on up, okay? And you can pull the leg back. So that's one hamstring. 2nd hamstring, 3rd hamstring. And then bend the knee, put the foot over the knee, bring your hand in and pull back to stretch the hip. Okay, and now we'll do the left leg. So bring the left knee in, wrap the metatarsal or the belt around the left metatarsal, lift the legs straight up. So you can put the heel, knee, hip socket. Suck the femur bone down. This helps you widen the back, but push the foot up so there's a dynamic action. With the right leg, you have the choice of lengthening, putting on a block, putting higher on a chair, or bending. Actually, putting your heel on the chair is often very nice. But I'll demonstrate with the bent knee. You can pull this back to get a little extra tug on that middle hamstring. And then we'll go out to the left. So reach up for the belt and drop the left leg to the left. So it's not straight to the left, it's a little to the left and up towards the head. So you want to point your toes up over your shoulder. And you can pull those toes up. So that's the adductor, the inside hand. It's not the adductor, but it's the middle, the one that's towards the center. Okay, come on up, and then we're going to reach up for the belt, and we're going to reach across, stretching, for most people, the tightest hamstring. You can put this toe on the floor, or you could put it on a block. And come on up. Okay, so now we're going to do grab the cat by the tail. Okay, which is a fun pose. So start holding the belt with both hands, and then on your right foot, grab with your left hand and drop to the side. You can roll the whole way over. Now you're going to reach your foot. Okay. So I have the top leg moving towards my head and grabbing the foot of the left leg with my right hand. Alternately, you cannot grab that foot, but drop the right shoulder. Come on up, and we'll go grab the cattail on the other leg. So I have the belt on my left foot, and I'm going to hold both strands of the belt in my right hand and drop my leg across my left leg across my body to the right side, rolling onto the right side of the right hip. Then I'm going to reach down with my left hand and grab my right foot. And this is really lovely pose because it's a back bend, a twist, and a leg stretch all in one. And then come on up. And let's just be flat on our back where we started. And windshield wipers where we started. And then the alternate windshield wipers. So open the leg, drop the right knee to the arch of the left foot. You can lengthen from the right shoulder to the right knee. Really, the stretch passes through the lung, the liver, through the ascending colon, through the hip to the knee. And let's drop the left knee towards the right heel. Okay, so the stretch, you can think of a line coming from your left shoulder down through the left lung, going through the pancreas, gallbladder, descending colon, down to your knee. Give everything there a nice stretch. A allowing all those organs to widen as well and not feel the pressure of, you know, the internal movement of aging. Okay, and come on out. Okay, so now put both feet together and both knees out. Turn the palms up, Setu Bandha. So the soles of my feet are together, lengthening the back of my neck and allowing me to divide my body in half, right and left. And this would be a good spot to relax for a minute or two on your own time. I'm going to sit up and go get my chair to go through this sequence for the chair bound, okay? Okay, here's our chair. So the most important thing when you're sitting in the chair doing this Padangusthasana is to have a straight back. So having a block to remind you, okay, to sit upright is a good idea. So let's just start here with some windshield wipers. So come up on your metatarsals and windshield wipe, keeping the back straight, the back flat. So the other thing about hip flexion, see here we have hip flexion without back flexion. So for people who have osteoporosis, to be in a, cashewed back and to stress pull on your foot causes the vertebrae to grind against each other. So we want to practice and be aware of the flat back. Okay, you can put your hands out to the side and just rock your knees from side to side. Then widen your legs and take your right knee down. You can push your spine against the block and come up. And then take your left knee and push it down towards the floor, keeping the back flat. So you're coming on the big toe side of your left foot. And now big toe side of your right foot. Come on up. And big toe side of your left foot. And come up. Okay. So that gives you a lot of mobility, kind of lubricates a lot of joints doing that, your ankle, your knee, and your hip. Okay, so now for the Padangusthasana, this is one of the poses for building bones in Fishman's method for osteoporosis. So you want to loop the belt around your right metatarsal and lift up and pull. So try to get the leg, the foot right out in line with the hip. So you're going to be sucking the hip in as you push the foot out. Okay, now you can hold it lower, you can hold it here, but what I don't want you to do is pull with a rounded back. Okay, so pull back. And then take the belt in your right hand and move the leg out to the right. I'm going to turn around, but I'm going to put the block back behind my back. Okay, so I have the block, keeping my back, my spine upright, and my shoulders, reminding my shoulders. So we've gone out to the side. You can hold with your hand here, and you want to activate the core. So it's easy to slump. Activate here. So you're building strength in the hips and also in core strength. So you can hold out here, press down the left foot. So you're pushing the metatarsal as you're sucking the femur back in on that right leg, pressing down the left foot. Come back to the center. And this one's a little harder to get in the chair, but if you straighten the left leg and move, the belt is now in my left hand, you can feel a bit of a stretch in the third hamstring. Okay. And it's kind of hard to do, grab the cat by the tail, but you can pull your foot up here, okay? And then reach down for your chair and lift the heart. So I'm holding the side of the chair and the bottom of the chair and lifting up. Okay. Then you can pull your leg out like so, put it down, and let's do the left leg stretch. So loop the belt around your left metatarsal and straight out. Okay, straight out. So you want the foot, knee, and hip in line and pull back. Suck that left femur bone in. When you do that, I don't know if you can see my stomach muscles, but when you pull the femur bone in, you see how the lower spine lengthens and you've activated the core muscles. If I don't pull the femur bone in, the abs aren't engaged, okay? So I'm holding one strap in each hand, pushing the metatarsal out, sucking the femur in, and have a nice straight back. You saw sideways how to keep the back straight. Of course, you can do lower if that's a little more than you want to do. Then you take the left hand, wraps the belts around the left hand, and send that foot out to the left. Again, pull the femur bone in, activate the abs, press down the right foot, squeeze the upper back. Most important thing, upright back. And bring that foot in. Take your right hand now and grab the belt, lengthen the right leg, and just cross over. You can hold the side of the chair. And then finally bring the right knee back in, pull that left foot up over, and then lift up. Okay, so that was the mini lesson for the chair. And before we end, we can just do some windshield wipers with the knees, lubricating the hip, lubricating the ankle. The knees are getting a little action here too. And then open and drop. Okay, everybody. So it's a beautiful day here in Boston. It's like perfect, not humid, not too hot, not windy. And I hope wherever you are, it's also a beautiful day and you can enjoy it even if there is not beautiful weather where you are. So tomorrow is Friday. I may or may not do a Friday meditation. I haven't decided, but I will post on Facebook, and it's kind of a do nothing together 15 minutes. So If I do it, I hope you join me, and see you next video next week. Bye-bye.